Hey everybody, Taco here. I just wanted to kind of go over my last flight, which was Monday, October 20th, about an hour before official sunset. I was able to land right at sunset. So I'm not sure if I should call that a night landing or not. I did have my strobes on, so that was kind of neat. But I was very disappointed overall in the flight as it was. Gonna fly. Fly. We're gonna. Fly! Whoa! When I went to take off, I had asked Jake and Travis, who were in the local area, hey, how are the winds? They're like, oh man, the winds are great. Oh. Now, keep in mind that Travis was a paramotor instructor in another state, and Jake has 300 flights now. This was flight 36 for me. So their idea of good wind and my idea of good wind might not be exactly the same. Two different levels of experience.
Just a little bumpy.
I took off and immediately it was a little bumpy. It's getting cooler in the state, so it was in maybe the low 60s or even the upper 50s. I was a little cool, but the cold wasn't really that bad. It was something I could deal with. The problem I did have was bumps and wind. So I get up and I'm just constantly doing this number with the bumps, and so that was bothering me. And then the wind, when I got up high enough where I was happy with, the amount of distance I had between, for outs, for landing out, it was really still really bumpy.
Parcel traffic, green paramotor departing airport to the north. At Hartsville. Okay, so I kind of messed up. I reached up and my kill switch and my smoke switch is on the same thing. I accidentally hit my kill switch. Almost shut the motor off. That would have sucked.
Even up around 1,600 feet. So it was kind of very disappointing. I wound up going around town to an area that I hadn't been before. I really wanted to scope out the field at Bojangles. My ultimate goal is to land there in the field behind Bojangles once the crops are all pulled in, and so land back there and then walk over to Bojangles for a biscuit. I think that would just be a lot of fun. But so I went down there to scope it out, and it was just so bumpy. I couldn't get over it. And then when I realized how much time it was going to take me to get back to the airport, I tried cutting around close to town, but the wind was blowing so bad from the south that I was actually kind of flying sideways, and I wound up flying a lot closer to town and then even over the head of our little lake.
Come on, Gaggle. Okay. Woo-wee. This is a crappy day.
And I was really just worried about if my engine stopped or I had a collapse and I had to pull my reserve, where am I going to land? Because it looked like the way the wind was blowing, if something happened to my glider and I threw the reserve, then I was probably going to go down in the lake. And I really didn't want to do that.
Let's do weight shift.
Because drowning and all, plus it's cold and alligators and trying to get my stuff out of the lake. So I didn't want any of that. So bad planning on my part. For one, so I can blame myself for that. I should have gotten up and then just kind of gone out to the north where there's a lot of empty fields and turned around and come back. I was just looking for something new to do, something I haven't done in a while.
Uh-oh, is it stuck on? Yeah, gotta reach back here.
The bumps and all, and the to a lesser extent the cold, really kind of put a damper on the flight. And then the worst part of the whole thing, I've had 2 bad landings in a row where I wind up sliding in on my leg, and I was really hoping this time would be different and that I would come in and that I would be able to run it out like the instructor told me that I was going to come in and I was going to run it out.
Hell, I got 30 minutes. It's just flat as a flitter out here. A lot of fire, but flat. Nothing to see. Just pine trees. Okay, there's an out to the left. There's an out over there. Whoa! Kind of bumpy. Okay. I damn sure don't want to land there if anything happens. Right shift. What is going on over there? You know what? I want to be upstream of that hot spot.
At first, it felt really good. Now, the wind had died right at runway level. The wind was nothing. You know, up 200 feet, the wind was pretty nasty.
Okay, out. Woo! Da 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 da. Oh, it's cold up here. My pearl sweet arms, I said it's cold here. My pearl arms, it's a little cold for.
But at runway level, it was nothing, and so it was a zero wind landing, and I'm not really good at those still, even after 36 flights. A no wind landing still kind of sucks. So I came in a little hot, started pulling my brakes, and what happened was I did run. I touched down. I ran a couple of steps, but I touched down a little bit hard, and I think my arms, instead of having my hands close to me, and you can't see really on the phone if I spread them out, I had my arms almost straight out with the brakes. And so when I hit, basically my arm went down pretty quick, and I wound up ballooning up.
Okay, there's an out. Almost looks like a damn airfield. Where's my buddies? Oh, one of them down there by the lake. I think we can just do a turn around town, land and call it a day. Okay. Okay, let's loosen this just a little. Just a hair. Okay, just a hair. Okay, yeah. Okay. I can lean forward when I get there. Okay, I'm loosening my leg straps because when I get out of the seat later, I want to make sure that I'm all the way out the seat so I can land. That's one of the problems. Turn this music down. That's one of the problems I've been having, is the fact that when I get to a certain point, I need to be completely out of the seat, hanging by these straps. And I haven't always been able to do that.
So I ran like 3 steps, and then I was back up in the air, and then by then I was flaring and I was out of energy, and I kind of came down and landed on my calves again.
So I got to make sure I'm able to get out of the seat. The other thing I need to make sure I can do is put this selfie stick behind me before I get too close to the ground. Double checking all our lines. Happy with that. I'm at 1,600 feet. I can come down a little. Woo! And that's 1,600 feet above ground. My actual altitude, it says it's 1,730, which isn't right because my field is 350. The field is 350, and I'm 1,600 feet above splat. Then I should be 1,900 above the ground, but that's not what it says. I got an itch. Damn it! Got an itch in my ear, like above my ear, and I can't get to it. Whoa, shit! I do not like the bumpies. Maybe it'll settle down here in the next 20 minutes. Just gonna follow this power line down. Now, if you don't know what some of this stuff is, that is not the city treatment plant. I don't know what that is. It's part of Sunoco Products Company, which is over there. But I don't know what the bubbling is. It may be their own private treatment plant, but I don't know. The other thing is that bladder that's on this side of it, the little humps, look like a pool cover, they're capturing methane. So that thing is full of methane. So I definitely wouldn't want to go close to it. If I were to have it out and float down into it and the hot engine ignited it, it would be a mess. I would get an instant cremation. Ooh, God, it's cold. I should have tried out my daggone snowsuit thing. Holy crap. Whoa. Okay, I'm going to go down here towards the Walmart. Still going to keep enough altitude. I've got plenty of outs. I've got an out right there. I've got an out behind me. That in front of me is not an out. That is a power line. I've flown for 13 minutes. Is that it? I am never gonna make it. Oh, it's cold. Woohoo! Let's see if I can fix my socks over the tops of these pants. Probably not. Oh, they zip up, the pants. The pant legs zip. Okay, let's not do that. Okay, so one of the things I almost did before I took off was put a camera up on my wing. But it was supposed to be a little bumpy today, and I didn't want the camera shaking loose and hanging by my sea lines. So I took it off, and I'm glad I did, because it's bumpy up here today. Okay, I got a couple of good outs. Let's try this pump again. Okay. People are going to be thinking I'm doing chemtrails over their houses. Oh, there's another fire. Okay, I'm still having a problem with my smoke. I am not pushing the button, but it's acting like the pump is on. I gotta check that out. So far, I'm not so happy with my pump. It's either that or I've got, it may be user error. Okay, so this is as far as I've been. Southwest of town. Where y'all at? Oh, he's down there at Byerly. Okay. I'm just gonna fly straight across this wooded area. I didn't know these trees were there. I like this. I got a ton of out. Okay, I've got a little less than 30 minutes. Let's switch my strobe on. I've got a little less than 30 minutes of airtime. I've been flying for 15. So I got a nice out right there. The biggest thing I need to look for is power lines. And I don't see any crossing the field. One of the things I can look for is shadows. So are there shadows of telephone wires or telephone poles? And I don't see any. Okay. So let's do this. Let's wait shift. Give me a little bit of oh wow, look at that field. Okay, so I'm pushing my smoke button. No smoke. Okay, so let's quiet it down a little bit. Some of the things you might notice on one of my videos is how quiet it actually gets when I'm idling or near to it. And that's because the microphone for the voice recorder is this one. And the wind in the front of it blocks the propeller noise, some of it. Oh, this sucks. Made it right into the sun. Okay. It's hard to weight shift with this thing on, so what we're going to do, we are going to pull, and we're going to oscillate just a little bit. We're going to kick our knees up and just enjoy this flight. There's Walmart. What I can do is just let out a hair's breadth of trim on that side. That reduces the drag on this side. Makes me go left, go right. So that's about a 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch of trim. Okay, I'm 1,000 feet above the ground. This is perfect. Now, pull the trim back in. Actually, I'm going to... I think I'm going to leave it out just a little bit. Maybe like less than 1/2 inch. Everybody's burning. Okay, now I'm going to shut up and enjoy this flight. There's fire down there. I still can't believe I get to do this. Right there, nice out right there. Ooh, power lines, not a out. Okay. Not a out. Power, high voltage. There it is. Goes straight across in front of me. So definitely not an out. Woo! God, it's cold. Definitely not an out. That's an out. That's a nice out over there. That's a huge out. Now the wind is coming from that way. So if I do have a problem, I'm set up. Oh, that's not an out. That's a cornfield. Whoa. That's a good bit of sink right there. Now where's Neptune Island? There's Walmart. There's Washington Street. We have to maneuver or navigate with visual reference to the ground. So I have to know where I am. Okay. Now these fields are almost perfect for a winter time. Whoa, shit! I didn't like that. I'm ready to go. I think I'm ready to go land. Oh, it is getting a little bumpy up coming. With that building right in the corner nearest the field, so this way, but nearest the field, that's Bojangles. And what I want to do when I get good enough is land in that field and walk over to Bojangles. So that's a good out. The Bojangles field is a good out. You know, there's power lines over there. So I'm talking to you guys as much as I'm talking to myself, because I want to make sure that I have an out. Okay, 12:53. So this is 4th. The next one over is 5th. That building right there is the Landmark Inn, which had a couple of murders at, but there's Walmart. See if I get me a still picture of this real quick. Okay, where's dude at? Oh, there he is. I think he packed up to go home. Now, I can't fly over Walmart. That's a congested area. But I can stay to the side of this road. I did not realize how many solar panels they put up. That is a huge solar farm. Okay, 8:26. So I probably got about 15 minutes. Oh, it's the landing field is 15 minutes from me. I've been flying, 31, 33.2. Okay. Okay, now I gotta hop fields. That's Neptune. Okay, that's the recreation. That's Neptune. Where's the high school? There's the high school. I got 12 minutes. It's saying it's 18 minutes that away. Okay, I hate to do this, but I'm not going to make it. Unless I thread my way between these daggone houses and such. I don't want to do it, but I have to. I'm flying sideways. I am literally flying sideways. some trim so I can speed up. Very unnerving that I'm flying sideways. There's an out. I don't like this. No, I don't want to go over the lake. Okay. Yeah, this part ain't making it into the video. So if I'm trying to go this way, but I'm going that way. Just get me close enough where I can get to that field. I am cold. I swear it's trying to blow me over that fucking lake. That's okay, you're doing it. Doing it and doing it and doing it well. Doing it and doing it and doing it well. Okay, let's not worry about the selfie stick. Let's not worry about the selfie stick. Oh my God, is it freezing?
And so I hit kind of hard and slid to a stop, sort of bent over. Didn't break any gear, didn't hurt myself, but it was just a really disappointing kind of a flight that just didn't go as well as I had planned. And it was just very discouraging.
Okay, well it's pushing me that way, so it means I gotta land this way. Okay, let's try to stay. Straps are ready? Yes. Get me down out of this daggone thing.
When I land and my glider comes down, I have to take all that crap off, reset the glider, put all the crap back on, take off, and go around again. So usually when I land, I am done. I'm done for the day or night or whatever. I don't land and then take off and then land and take off. Some people love doing that, but I'm just done after one.
Okay. You're gonna be fine. South. Okay, so cross. Ah, God help. No. 1340, 1330, 1320.
But on a good note, though, I am getting a little bit more used to the bumps. So even though I didn't like them, I didn't freak out and go land immediately. So I'm getting a little bit more used to weather that I might not have been comfortable flying in when I, even 6 months ago.
Okay, so let's start pulling in our trims. Okay, a little more. A little more. Now he said let out about a ½ an inch. Give me more flare authority. I don't think I need any more flare authority today. If the wind's coming at 9 miles an hour, I don't need shit as far as flare authority. Okay, so
I guess I'm not going to be able to do what I wanted to do over the summer, which was hit my 10,000 foot goal. Just never worked out. The weather was not conducive to flying that high. The problem with going to 10,000 feet is not only is it takes a while to get up there, it takes a while to get back down, and then so you have to have decently smooth winds the whole way up.
the sun's almost down. Hartsville traffic. Green paramotor entering downwind leg for runway 21 at Hartsville. Out of the west, east, south. Yeah, I mean, I can make the airport. If the engine quit right now, I can just swing around. I don't think there is any wind. Hartsville traffic. Green parameter turning final, runway 21 at Hartsville, grass strip. Whoa! Keep them all the way up. Here's that pulley. Okay. Remember, short control bursts. Okay, you got the whole airport. You got the whole airport. Who cares if you run long? And what is it with me trying to hit this fucking ditch?
I hope you enjoyed my little depressing talk. But I'm going to try to get out there and fly on Friday again, even if it's just to fart around the airport a little bit, just to try to get my confidence up and get rid of some of this funk I'm in.
Okay, as long as I'm sure I'm not going to hit that ditch. Okay. Run. You're going to pressure. And whoa. Yeah, I'm not showing that.
Anyway, so remember, rule 1, don't go splat.